Alright, so I'll take that ringer solution, and that's it. Use the recovery 3. Okay, so... let's get metabolism level 3 for a bit more MP and a full restore. Okay, and then we need to use Bowman's card. The card key worked. Eve, you okay up there? Aya. Oh no! That thing just ate Eve! Eve! Well, it knocked her down at least. Now it's absorbing her. Oh boy. So this is the final boss, Eve. Okay, so we're gonna run to the right a bit, and we're gonna cast Apobiosis. Let's cast Energyshot. Energyshot again. Okay, once she gets up, we're gonna prep Apobiosis again. Ow. I don't see her at all now. She's stunned. Let's go ahead and use a ringer solution. Oh, now she's stunned. So if we get under 18 MP, we need to cast it again. Okay, and we defeated Eve. You're out of there. So that's like the easiest way that you can deal with Eve. You need Apobiosis to stun her, then cast Energyshot twice. After she's recovers from the stun, cast it Apobiosis again immediately, so that she's stunned, and then just wail on her with the Javelin Glitch. And if you get under 18 MP, use an MP recovery to restore your MP. Keep her stun locked, and this fight is super simple. Alright, so, we win. Kyle? Kyle, is that... Hey, you're still alive. Hey there, Stumpy. You're alive? Yeah, more or less. Where's Eve? She's fine. She's sleeping next to me. Phew. Kyle, there's a lot I have to tell you. Me too. But now it's time to rest. But... When I first met you, and it looks like she passed out. Hey, someone's down over here! A young woman and a child. We got 2 down. They're warm. Hey, you okay? You sure are lucky we found you in one piece. Medic, over here. Thanks to Mist's actions, casualties were kept to a minimum. I see. Good. We'll have to invite that attractive hunter and her friends. And the media? Most of them are broadcasting that cultist nuclear attack story. So the disinformation worked. Well, it was quite a sensational incident. Any reports linking this to what happened in Manhattan? None at this time, sir. Excellent. All of our resources are focused on removing evidence. By the time the press set gets in, it'll be emptier than Roswell. What about Russia and China? Any concern about the railgun? No need to worry about that. We'll be releasing CG-doctored images soon, showing a microwave misfire from a solar-powered collecting satellite. I think our neighbors will appreciate our quest for clean energy. There's just one thing. What's that? That agent we sent. He said he was resigning and hasn't been seen since. What? He knows too much. He must be found and brought in. I've already given the order, sir. Just think. Our international authority would suffer if this came to light. Not to mention that of our allies. We cannot allow that to happen. Ah, so Mr. Madigan got away, huh? It's been almost a year since then. The FBI moved into action, arresting some of its own and some missed officers, on charges of collaboration with a private organization. However, all information regarding the organization running the shelter has been classified. Nothing was ever explained, and we were slapped with a gag order. The report released to the public explained the events as an armed cultist uprising and its suppression. Just like that, the case was closed. Neo-mitochondria were filed and forgotten. But we weren't going to just sit around twiddling our thumbs. Following Baldwin's arrest, Rupert took the senior post. He's working with Jody on a secret project, the full public disclosure of MIST and the NMCs. The Japanese biologist Dr. Maeda has proposed a new superhuman theory. By identifying neo-mitochondrial DNA, he calculated the frequency of latent carriers over a 10-year span. His theory that these carriers would lead the evolution of the human species is not widely accepted. It was enough to interest Pierce. He's been working with Dr. Maeda, looking for carriers over the net. They really hit it off, and their project's going well. Pierce thinks that my case, in which the neo-mitochondria merely strengthen their host, instead of taking outright control, is the true path to mutual prosperity. They intend to educate possible carriers before they transform, and thereby reduce the occurrence of NMCs, and the persecution of carriers that would follow. It's clear from his devotion, Pierce has found his life's work. His character has changed too. No more timid Pierce. Jody is greatly relieved too. Rupert pulled some strings at the FBI for me and Eve. She's now my younger sister, no questions asked. She's been going to junior high for a month now and loves it. Her face reveals nothing of her dark past. She is full of life and quite popular at school. It also seems that she's lost her neo-mitochondrial powers. Mr. Douglas was seriously injured in the explosion, but he's recovered and is now rebuilding Dryfield. Oh yay, he and Flint survived! He sent me a picture of a rifle scope. Price tag attached, of course. We've all dealt with what happened in our own way, started new lives. Only, Kyle hasn't been seen. Not since that day. I run searches for him now and then, but no luck. I haven't even found a trace. If he hadn't shot me, I'd wondered if he really existed at all. But he saved Eve and he saved me. Or was it all a dream? I hope he didn't get into trouble on account of his helping us. In the meantime, I'll keep searching. You know, with that outfit and that smile of his, he kind of reminds me of Zach Fair, only without his big a hairdo. After all, he was the one who told me, never give up. Tomorrow I'm taking my first vacation in a long while. Pierce got Eve and me passes to the Nature Museum. Eve craves knowledge. She's so excited about tomorrow she can't sleep. I'll have to brush up if I'm going to be able to answer her questions. Hey, the Natural Museum at New York. Or the Nature Museum, at least. Check this out, Eve. Hopefully the dinosaurs here don't come to life again. If it's the same museum I'm thinking of. Oh hey, would you look at that? Mr. Kyle Madigan. In the flesh. So I guess you got yourself a prosthetic leg, huh? Alright, and there you have it, folks. That is the end of Parasite Eve 2. And what we just witnessed was the full good ending. I think the good ending entails saving Pierce and finding out the truth so that Hal Baldwin was a spy. I think if you don't get that, then you don't get the full good ending. You get the bad ending instead. But that's why we got that extra little epilogue at the end with Eve and Aya at the museum and Kyle showing up. Because we did everything for the good ending requirements. So in the good ending, you get Jody that shows up with the Marines at the end. If you get the bad ending, though, then Rupert shows up instead. And I think he gives you his Magnum. And it's one of the strongest guns in the game. Aside from, like, the bonus shop, I think that's the only way you can actually get his gun. Unless you get it through a rank. But, yeah, I don't think this game is bad. I think it's pretty okay. It's solid. But, I still think Parasite Eve 1 is better. Like, it was such a unique RPG. I don't think going from ATB RPG to full-on survival horror was the way to go. Like I said, this game isn't bad. It's just, it's okay. It has some good things about it, but Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits play, and I'll see you at the finale. Alright, so we managed to get 5,688 EXP, over 200,000 BP. Cool. Save that to a new block. Okay, so, there is kind of a New Game Plus in this game, but it's a little different. So there's actually different modes in this game. The first one you unlock after beating the game once is Replay Mode. This is mostly the same as normal mode, but enemies are a little weaker, and it also takes less EXP to awaken spells. Unlocked rank items, weapons, and spells are available Unlocked ranked items and weapons are available at any shop. You start with 10% of the final EXP and BP scores from the previous save. Then there's Bounty Mode, which, again, you just need to beat the game once. I think enemies are a little stronger, and the golems from the end of the game appear right at the start at Acropolis Tower, and they just show up at various spots throughout the game. Shops are the same as normal mode, and at the end, EXP and BP totals are multiplied by 3, and your rank is upgraded by 1. You start with 5% of the final EXP and BP scores from the previous save. Item drops in Bounty Mode are also different. Scavenger Mode. Beat the game with at least 69,001 EXP. Nice. Aya is weaker in this mode, and items are more scarce. You start with only 10 MP. Shops sell less stuff, and what they do have is more expensive. So this is a mode where you have to rely on items dropped by enemies and more on Aya's weapons. All enemy encounters are the same as normal and replay mode. At the end, your EXP and BP totals are multiplied by 5, and your rank is upgraded by 2. You start with 1% of the final EXP and BP scores from your previous save. And then the last one, I don't remember how you unlock it. Nightmare Mode. This takes the worst aspects of both Bounty and Scavenger modes. Aya is much weaker, and golems are everywhere from the start of the game. You only have 50 HP at the start, or 60. I forget which. You also have none of the final EXP and BP totals from your previous saves. Enemy counters and item drops are the same as Bounty Mode. At the end, your EXP and BP totals are multiplied by 10, and your rank is upgraded by 3. So... it looks like I got rank D, because I got the .44 Mongoose, which is Rupert's weapon, .44 Magnum ammo, and we got the Skull Crystal. So that's between 69k EXP to 72k EXP. So that means that I also unlocked that. What I unlocked is replay mode, bounty mode, and scavenger mode at the very least. Nightmare mode might be unlocked, I don't know. Alright, I don't know if I want to do any of the extra modes. They could be interesting. Replay mode, definitely not, because it's basically just normal mode, but easier. But maybe at some point I'll check it out, but they don't sound very fun to play through at the very least. And unlike Parasite Eve 1, there's no, like, bonus dungeon like the Chrysler Building. It's just the new modes, that's all. Well, anyway, guys, that has been Parasite Eve 2. I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.